What is up, champions? Welcome back to another champion hangout, number 11. Vex, what's up, Vex? First as always. Appreciate all you champions who have liked my recent artwork shorts. Devon Sims, Weatherman, welcome back. Weather fan, sorry. I am currently on my first term TAFE break, so I don't have to go to TAFE until a couple of weeks from now, so I'll be streaming for your champions' enjoyment every day. Been a while. It's been a too damn while. Long ass while. Crazy ass, bitch ass, no pussy ass, thick boy while. As of course Noah's World would say. But I'm glad I'm back. I ain't going nowhere. As I go on, as the time goes by, champions will be streaming as much as I used to, but I'll still be streaming every now and then in between work and TAFE and other priorities. So, don't worry, I won't be going anywhere anytime soon, though. You have to scream to beat this game. My voice is cooked. My boys! Them alien bitch asses are after my ass! I got something for your ass! Good old Dashi Games. When you started that podcast? Like, I want to really, for the podcast, I really want to have a different setup from what I've got right now, so... sooner or later. We have been lied to about what's going on with the stock market. It just got real, the Kirkster, 6 hours ago. Let's check it out.
If you care about faith, family, and freedom, listen up. I'm proud to partner with AMAC, the Association of Mature American Citizens. While AARP pushes a woke agenda, AMAC is fighting for Social Security, election integrity, and to make the Trump tax cuts permanent. And right now, they're offering a 5-year membership for just $31. That's 47% off. You'll get discounts, benefits, and the AMAC magazine packed with conservative insight.
Wow.
Go to amac.us/Kirk and join the movement.
Yeah, AMAC.
Today. News is moving so quickly. It is moving at such an accelerated pace right now that it is difficult to keep up. It is moving so quick, we have to basically have 5 different chats open of different responses from foreign nations regarding tariff threats, regarding reciprocity. So there is a lot going on here, but instead of going into all the details, because that's just going to change by every 5 minutes, I think we need to take a step back and reset the foundational framework, to reset a 30,000-foot view of exactly what's going on here. President Donald Trump has been railing against bad trade deals for the last 30 or 40 years. President Donald Trump, as a businessman, identified trade deficits, and the way...
You mean Americans have been ripped off based on these bad trade decisions by previous governments? Who knew that? Pretty much everyone with half a brain cell between their ears. God, nothing Charlie Kirk is saying is anything new. What's up, Storm Chaser? On Discord? Nice.
Trade is supposed to be constituted is we do what we do best and you do what you do best and we will barter. By doing so, you will make us wealthier and we will trade and we will both be able to have a flourishing future. What ended up happening in the 1990s and early 2000s, in the 1990s, there were 3 critical mistakes made by Bill Clinton. The entrance of China into the World Trade Organization, the NAFTA, and also the repeal of the idea of investment bank and commercial banks. That's a whole separate issue for another time. But the conflation of investment and commercial banks allowed...
If you want good banking policy, do business with the Rothschilds. You won't go wrong there. Wonder if President Trump right now is in conversation with the Rothschild family at all about policy. Just a thought.
The cheap flow of money to go into the capital markets in a way that specific deregulation, I think, actually led us to the 2008 financial crisis and the lords of easy money leading us closer and closer to fiscal and financial apocalypse. Now, free trade did make the stock market go up. Nobody is doubting that. Unlimited, unfettered free trade did make the 10% do very well. I am part of the 10%. I can say this as somebody who is part of the evil 10% of the country. When you are on the upper part of the social...
There's nothing wrong with being wealthy, champions, okay? I'm not wealthy myself, but I've been around it in my lifetime with distant relatives we've visited. They've done well in various businesses, but they've never bragged. They never brag about their wealth. They've never made fun of anybody less fortunate, and that's what I don't like when it comes to these certain demographics of supposedly rich people. How they just can't help but brag about how well they have it on social media, or one good example of that in the old days. Old days, like I'm that old, but you know. A while ago, it was on MTV, that Cribs, MTV Cribs, but specifically MTV Cribs Kids. These kids of these wealthy families who like show how much they have been given by their parents, yet they're bragging like they accumulate on their own. Nope. Or that sweet, super sweet 16 birthday thing I used to watch when I was a kid myself. These kids would demand all the crazy expensive shit for their birthdays, and their parents are like, oh my god, my kid just needs the world. They need a good kick in the pants, is what they need. Instead of buying them a Ferrari, a Lexus, a convertible, a G-Wagon. Oh, we gotta have my G-Wagon. It's gotta have my G-Wagon. Maybe you champions remember that Dr. Phil episode back in the day of that dumb rich bitch and her stupid mother. Like, I don't want to work. I don't want a job. It's too much work. I don't need real friends. My bags are my friends. And so on, you know.
Economic ladder. Specifically, if you do work that does not involve your hands, but only involves your brain, that does not involve your body, but only involves your brain, free trade is traditionally a great idea because we became an information economy and a consumer economy and not an industrial one.
No.
We thought because we were entering into a technological revolution, because that we were entering into a brave new world of unfettered, unapologetic free trade, that we would no longer need to make stuff. In fact, that is what the third world does.
Well, free trade doesn't work when you have a privilege of government holding up a certain business over another. Free market works for everybody. It's a free market, good competition, good prices for the customers. That's how they make their money and become a staple of business in America. But as soon as one business tries to overtake the free market and become a monopoly, that's when they go bankrupt. Have you seen a Minecraft movie yet? No, I haven't. I haven't even checked the cinema time, the session times, the latest movies at the cinema. I'll have to check it out. I'll get back to you. I will see it soon and I'll do a nice review. Although what I've heard from it recently is that despite what people thought of the movie based on the first trailers, myself included, it's actually done really well in its first week of the box office. Like, really well. You know why? Because people were so sick and tired of that Snow White garbage that regardless of what they thought of Minecraft based on the trailers, they still flocked to the cinema and saw it and obviously enjoyed it because Minecraft did very well in its opening week. Oh, there's always some dogs in the background. That's okay. I'm used to it. Whatever you hear in the background, just ignore it. I hear dogs barking, I hear birds chirping, I hear Karens asking for the manager at a Starbucks.
The idea was that the third world will make our products for us and that we will be able to become wealthier. Francis Fukuyama famously wrote a book called The End of History. The assumption was permanent U.S. dominance. It was a post-Cold War mentality. It was that neoliberalism is the end of history. Fukuyama wrote in The End of History that this will be the end of war, that neoliberalism was the apex of civilization. Neoliberalism was, of course, invade the world, invite the world. The idea of the Western liberal order will be able to be spread to all corners of the world, and we will end the eschaton. The eschaton, of course, is a Christian view of when Christ rules earth for a 1,000-year reign. Immanentizing the eschaton is what the free traders thought they were going to get. In fact, I remember growing up, I was in 6th grade at MacArthur Middle School, right there on Palatine Road, right where I grew up. And I remember we would watch, they had these morning news bits. Oh, I forgot the name of it. Maybe Blake would know. It was like 5 to 10 minutes long. It was like mandatory must-runs. And I remember one of them. I'll think of it. I bet I could find it in a break. Anyway, it was the news clips. In one of them, they said, can you find a single thing when you're walking through a parking lot at Walmart and ask people what they bought that was made in America? And the answer was no. And, of course, all my 6th grade classmates were like,
Minecraft movie has made over $301 million, yeah. Compared to Snow White that made under 50 million in the first week. Karma is a bitch and her name is Rachel Zegler. Alright, but let's move on. Good old Kirkster like Charlie Kirk. Hey, if I had the money, I would fly down to America and just go to one of his colleges where he does those question and answer debates with the students. Love to see that in person, that'd be funny. Half the time I don't know how Charlie and his guest or whoever he's with in those college debates, how they keep a straight face with the stupidity of the woke students with their questions. Like, why can't a man get pregnant, Charlie? And Charlie's like, because he's a man. And all the students are like, oh my god, sexism. Anyway, I'm sure you've seen those college debates, many videos of them. Anyway, let me get to your link, Vex, sorry. Let's link it up with Vex. And I'm starting to make my own thumbnails. Just to make my videos stand out in the future, which everybody should. I definitely recommend you champions, if you want to try YouTube, make your own thumbnails with every video you make, regardless of what it is. That's how Mr. Beast started. Yeah, me, with my coffee, confused with Charlemagne the God on Breakfast Club. Wake your ass early. Video you make, Breakfast regardless Club. Of what it is. That's how Mr. Beast started. Come on. With my coffee. Here we go. Confused with Charlemagne the God on Breakfast Club. Nice. Wake your ass early. Video you make, Breakfast regardless Club. Of what it is. That's how Mr. Beast started. Hell am I watching? Ah, it's a chat music thing. Okay, I wasn't sure for a second. Alright, like, subscribe, check out chat music. Vex has sent me these as well as Metal Ryan Cluster. Bro got nerfed twice.
Nice moves, we take up. Bro stole the 47th chromosome. I didn't know they come in color options. Two dog syndrome. Lacking a chrome, but the chrome never lacking. Is this KSI? 50% XY Tentacion. Bro got nerfed twice.
I'm not laughing at this.
Down from the streets. Blood took stay down a little too seriously. Man's a shiny Pokemon, he said grip and drought. Pick a 47 cents, at least the moves ain't down. Head down, James, bro, got the wrong DLC twice. Bro, double down, finally I saw black version before I died. Was short money, tall, life on hard ball. Must be the newest models, that's the leader, I suppose.
Man down, I repeat, man down.
Yeah, okay, I'm not going to be laughing at and making fun of a black kid with Down syndrome or something. It was funny, but I won't laugh at it. Okay. Ironically, this fun now popped up. Robert Kelly's You Know What, Dude? This is a comedian I've really got into recently. Robert Kelly, Bobby Kelly, hilarious man, and really great humor too. This guy is a genius on stage. Because when you first see him, you think he's like just angry or resentful to something, but no, he's got great, like comedic rants about life and situations that the audience relates to. I love it. Check him out if you haven't seen him, but another link? Sweet. Link it up with Champion Vex. If I'm ever on a Breakfast Club in the future, that is exactly the first thing I'll do. That face. Another link? Sweet. Link it up with Champion Vex. Ha. Good old queso. If I'm YouTube, regardless of what video I click on when I'm live streaming on Streamlabs, can you just make every video pop up automatically like others? It'd be such a benefit. Ugh. Using energy, having to go on history and then click on the video.
What? Rose Tinkerbell's cousin Taco Bell. It takes 19 years to walk past K. There's a reason why they invented double doors. You're so fat you could sell shade. PG 13 meals a day. You're so big you can stop the GTA 5 train. W streamer Kevin Place. Stop ordering food and pretend it's fan-made. Variety eating streamer NLE Whopper. Diabetes from Family Guy. Michael don't do no jumping Jackson. Captain Fat Sparrow Bud's not live. Anakin Pie Walker Ghost Bulkers. You built like
Ghost Bulkers.
Can you take a big fart in my ear and give me the honor of going deaf? Cobra Pie, Peter Porker, Spider-Man, no food at home. Machine Buns Belly, 2 box of cheese. Travis Scooter, Thicko Mo.
No, I'm cutting the stream off. Are you kidding me? What are we? Yeah, you're banned, sir. You're so banned. It's not even funny.
Mission Impossible. Batman Arkham Food. What's your favorite monster truck? Mine is you. Cases and baggies, Bugsy for a semi-trailer truck. Jeffrey Dinner. Fat, shady, can't stand up. Gordon Ramsay Mount. Much more Michael B. Eating. Tom Brady invited you to a Type 2 diabetes. Stevie Wonder, how many pounds? Halo, infinite weight. Does K stand for craze? A sandwich every day. Do you have thunder thighs like Wookie Wookie? 7XL, got the roll of Dookie. Mariah, hard to carry. Can I lift and sniff your booty? Big Cheese, Big Mukbang Theory. Adam Sandler. You're the reason the macrid is only around for a month. Come Food Panda. John F. Kidney failure. Meal Team 6 invited you to Chop Road. Big Mukbang Theory. The only time son you live in is household.
Shut it! Yeah. Always funny listening to those newest uploads of chat music. What a funny concept. Like collecting all the hateful comments on each video these influencers or content makers do and then splicing them up into a song. Yeah, Robert Kelly comedy. Like, subscribe, check out Robert Kelly comedy. Very funny comedian. Farting in public.
How we doing? Good? Whee! You guys look great. You guys, nice young, vibrant crowd. Except for you. You guys are old as shit. No, I like that. You're old. You're older than everybody around you. You're men. You're a man. Look at that. That's a man. They're not making you anymore. Look. They're making dudes. Look, the dude. You're a man. Look at your man hands from opening shit your whole life. Just peanut butter, paint, pickles. Look at all these little Facebook fingers. Just.
So true.
They're not making men anymore. Then there's too much fun shit to do to make you. There's too much fun. We have Facebook and Twitter and iPhones and Xbox and 3,000 channels on TV. What'd you have as a kid? You sat in a chair with a lamp. You had thoughts. You had thoughts for toys. Do you know how manly you have to be to think fun? It's true, man. You have tools. I bet you have tools. I remember that. I remember going to my grandfather's basement. Remember that? And there was tools everywhere. What do you have in your apartment? You have tape. That's what you have. If something breaks in your apartment, if you can't fix it with tape, you have to hire a man to come over with his tools, and you're in your underwear with tape. Like, I have tape if you need tape. Other than that, I'm going back to Facebook. You guys have honor and dignity. You do. Men like you respect women better than us. You do. They had women and children first. Remember that? You ever hear that? Women. That means if something went down, women and children live, and you die to make that happen. That wasn't a law. That was men telling other men, this is the way this is it. This is what happens. A ship sinking, Titanic. It's going down. And the men with, honey, there's not enough boats. Get the kid, get on the boat. I'm going to play music to relax you while you live. Do you know what a man you have to be to play a piccolo when you're dying? Do you think that would happen today if this was a ship right now and it started sinking? Do you think I'm stepping on every bitch's head and on a boat? I'm grabbing the first two babies I see. I'm floating back to shore. Come on, start kicking, you son of a bitches. We're never gonna make it. Yeah, your mother's fine. She's got fake tits. She's floating right behind us. I don't care. The older you get, the closer to who you are you can be, because that's real love, when you meet a woman that accepts you for the hunk of crap that you are. Do you understand that?
That's love.
My wife knows I'm a piece of garbage. That's why she loves me.
That is real love. Fuck this Tinder superficial garbage of relationships through apps nowadays, champions. You find a woman, or you find a man, or a they, covering all my bases. Everybody's a champion, at least on this stream. In the real world, I can't help you with that. But I love that. Robert Kelly Comedy. Like, subscribe, check him out in your own time. He hasn't got that much content on his channel, but it's hilarious nonetheless.
This is when I knew getting older was better. This is when I knew the older you get, the better life becomes, because you can finally be the piece of shit you've always wanted to be. I was with my wife at a flea market on a Sunday, and I was really angry because I was with my wife at a flea market on a Sunday. And she bent over right here next to me to
what's up, Dark Wizard? Hi there. Welcome back. Though I've been away for a little while, champions, I have been keeping my eye on all your latest content. Dark Wizard and Noah's World. Ooh, loudy. Blang, blang. You wouldn't happen to be a fan of the old cartoon series Drawn Together, were you, Dark Wizard? Foxy Brown? Was it Foxy Love? Who'd always say, ooh, loudy. What was the characters Drawn Together? Was Ling Ling, a Pokemon-like character. Aldor Sockbat, a SpongeBob-looking character. Then there was Spanky Ham, I think an internet meme. Captain Hero, the really stupid superhero. Xander, the gay video game character. What else was there? There was that princess, the Disney princess who was like racist all the time. And of course Toot Bronstein, the fat bitch. Any of you guys remember that? Put a 1 in chat.
tie her shoe. I just pushed her over. Do you understand? I didn't think about it. I didn't reason it. She might get mad. My brain went, push her. Go. I just did it. Funnest thing I've done in 39 years. I laughed for 20 minutes straight, hysterically. Be you. You're a piece of shit like us. But you care what she thinks. Push her in the bush tonight. That's what you should do. Listen to me. Push her in the bush. After the show. Do you understand that? Just be like, how'd you like the show? Right in the bush. Before she answers. She'll be mad for 2 days.
Never heard of it?
You'll
Okay.
laugh for 9 years.
Well, that's okay. Just that phrase you say, ooh, lordy, was one of them. One of the catchphrases the character said in that series. That's okay, though. What's your video request, Dark Wizard? Let me hear it. Trying to Laugh Challenge Volume 1 by me. Oh, lovely. We'll get on to that. What?
Years. Remembering her sexy foot sticking out of a bush on St. Street, whatever weird street you have. I don't care anymore. I don't care. I don't. I farted in a baby's face. I was at a little red light in New York waiting to cross the street. I looked around, nobody's there. I cut a fart out of nowhere. A lady comes up with a baby in the baby carriage, parks the baby's face right in my ass cheeks. And it was one of those new baby carriages where the baby's sitting up like a factory manager looking over the floor. Right in its face. Laughing at the mother's face as I was doing it. She was so mad, which made it even funnier to me for some reason. She was like, really? In a child's face? And the sound was...
Very good. Man pees in his wife's mouth. God, people are into anything nowadays, aren't they? So, try not okay, so let me go to your channel, Dark Wizard, and check out your Try Not to Laugh. It's a minute 20 seconds. Okay, that's alright. Ah, there we go. 4 days ago. Oh, recent. That's good. Always good to have a variety of different content you upload on your channel regularly. Not just continuously the same thing. Otherwise, I find that channels, they do get dry from their audience. So, gotta keep them interested. Like I've been doing more of my cartoons recently, as you've seen, and that. I swear that dog's retarded. But anyway, let's laugh. I'll try not to.
Oh, but by the way...
Like, subscribe, and check out Dark Wizard, of course. Sometimes I feel like these neighbors just have no self-awareness. Hey, my dog's retarded. Let me leave it outside all day, barking its head off. Although, ironically, half the time I do hear them saying, "Shut up!" to the dog, bring it inside, so... Lower scroll? Are they even allowed to have a dog in that house? I don't think we are, because we're renting, but still, if they own the house, that's one thing, but... Fucking train your animal, bitch. One more after this, that's alright. I ain't going nowhere anytime soon, champions. We're going to do a 3-hour stream, so send me all the links you want, or show me your newest content, whatever it is. Alright, like, subscribe, check out Dark Wizard. Try Not to Laugh, Volume 1.
Wait. Get the fuck out of here! I'm leaving.
Cool. You look Turkish.
I have to shit.
That's pretty fucking in there, dude.
Leg up. Ooh. Come get up.
Dark Wizard. It's funny, but I'm not laughing. I reckon if that was a little bit longer, I would have laughed. Yeah, Angry Grandma at the beginning, always very funny. Good times. Alright, well, while we're here, let's showcase your channel. I always do that with every champion that has something new to promote. It's a champion hangout for a reason. Or you have a champion to subscribe to me, don't be shy, jump on stream. If you got anything on your channels for me to check out, showcase, shout you out, improve your numbers, send it my way. I do have over 1,000 subscribers. You'd think more of them would show up and say hello. Completely up to them though. The Mudge Boy. so. Dark Wizard has awesome compilations of music and movies of the 90s, 80s, and 70s. Possibly even earlier. Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh and the Honey Tree. Hi, Rabbit. Could I get a small smackerel of honey? And then Rabbit should be like, no, you fat fuck. Get your own shit, bitch. Quit trespassing on my property. When I was watched that as a kid, I was waiting for an episode where Rabbit just lost his shit and beat the shit out of Winnie the Pooh. It never happened. Ugh. Cammy's dad burps. Okay. Here we go.
In China. You know that makes sense. The teeth? Yes.
I heard that.
Do you think?
Good burp.
Oh my god, listen to this.
In China.
Did he burp or did he swallow a tuba? Chris, ironically, your name is Dark Wizard, and then as I get out of your channel, some other video is recommended about with the name Wizard. Chris Higgins Mind Wizard. I've got to get back to the Open Mics Champions and then save some money up, travel down to Melbourne, which is possible. It's only a couple of hours train ride or car ride. Going to the comedy clubs, having a go at that. Meet the actual comedians going and get some advice from them. They're literally giving anybody a comedy special nowadays. We must honor Jewish people. Damn right! Well said, Charlie. Any Jewish champions watching? Ugh. Good to see something positive about Jewish people for once, instead of all this retarded lies, garbage about, oh my god, they're just an evil people oppressing everybody they're around. You see the guy in the black shirt? Is that you? She dislocated her elbow, Dr. Paul. Oh, jeez. Poor girl. No, I don't want to see that. Alright. 5 hours ago. Oh, something new too, by Charlie. We also respect the Jews. L'chaim, Charlie.
Yes, big fan, by the way. Absolutely love you. I agree with mostly everything you say, except for one thing. I don't agree with your overwhelming support for Israel, and I have a Christian argument for you about it. My issue with it is that Israel helps funds Turkey, military, sells them missiles that end up killing Armenian.
In the Call of Duty shirt? What about him? What about the guy in the Call of Duty shirt? In shorts vid? Oh, it's you. Okay, yeah. We figured that out, so great. Okay, bam. There we
How
go.
are you, Charlie?
Okay. Charlie Kirk.
Yes, big fan, by the way. Absolutely love you. I agree with mostly everything you say, except for one thing. I don't agree with your overwhelming support for Israel, and I have a Christian argument for you about it. My issue with it is that Israel helps funds Turkey, military, sells them missiles that end up killing Armenian citizens. How do you justify that as a Jewish nation?
How do you justify the world nations selling each other arms, military or whatever? How do you justify that? It's all about money, money, money. So much money in a rich man's world. God, some of these kids are so naive. I know they're young, but still, they should be better.
Is helping another country eliminate a Christian race.
So I don't support that, but we have a deeper problem with Turkey beyond Israel. Turkey's part of NATO,
Yes.
so we give them money.
Yes.
So it's not an Israel problem, that's an America problem.
Or kick
right?
NATO,
I
kick
agree.
Turkey
So
out
if
of
your
NATO.
argument is against, which I'm no fan of Turkey, and I acknowledge the Armenian genocide for the record,
Yes.
which
Yeah,
a lot
that
of
was
people get mad
horrible.
about. But I would put Israel aside to that for a second, because the arms they're selling are repurposed American arms usually. I don't know why Turkey should be part of NATO. I think Turkey should be kicked out of NATO for what they did to the Armenians, and they
Yes.
don't offer anything to America.
They don't.
Nothing. And Erdogan is a very, very bad guy who's becoming an Islamic dictator of a failing country. So I think it's an American problem. So I would put Israel aside on that.
But Israel also does sell them military aid.
So do we.
Yes. But
So we are the root cause of that, right?
okay, and then
Yeah, that should probably
the second part of
stop.
my question is how does U.S. Gives a lot of benefits to Israel?
You wouldn't give the British and the Americans and the Europeans back in the World War II, they wouldn't be funding weapons to the Nazis and Hitler back in that evil war. So why the fuck would when world nations give money and aid and weapons to countries that don't like America and the West and their allies, especially Israel? Makes no sense. Oh, please, let me give you money so you have more of a chance of killing me. Do you ever think there's like retards in this political class of the world? I'm sure there's a lot of them. Just keep them out of places of power. Log in, dog, and a Metal Ryan cluster. Welcome back. Haha, yo! Eggplants. I saw a video of USA fencing took a knee against a... Yeah, I saw that too. Good for her. About time. Can't be just Riley Gaines, the swimmer. Got to be other women who step up and demand these trans parents to finally, respect actual women they're imitating. No, I'm trans, so I have more rights than actual women, and the women shouldn't have their own sport. I should be included and take over it and just win every medal because Ugh. Well, all the US is giving is weapons to only protect themselves. Absolutely, Logan Dog. The arms race. It's an arms race. War is money to both sides, regardless of how many people die. It's really a shame.
How does Israel benefit us as a partner?
Well, first and foremost, you're a Christian.
Yes.
How do we know the Bible is true?
From the land of Israel, Palestine.
That's not Palestine.
You want me to put British dash Palestine? Does that help?
Well, as a Christian, so are you Armenian Christian?
No,
Or-
I'm actually Palestinian.
Okay. So, so what? And you're Christian?
So he's actually Jordan. See, that's the little part of history people want to dismiss or claim that that was not true. That the Transjordan, the region of Jordan, the Hashemite king of Jordan, the people that call themselves Palestinians were originally parts of Jordan that were kicked out for some reason. That woman got black card. She got a black card for taking a knee, protesting that she doesn't want to face a man in a fencing competition. What about that volleyball chick who got smacked in the face by the ball so hard she had disabilities afterwards? Does she deserve a black card? What about back in the not too long ago Olympic Games where that female boxer got smacked in their face by that trans woman, bloody holding her face, crying her eyes out. I'm sure she deserves a black card too. I fucking hate these retards in these industries. Fuck women's rights. We need everyone to be trans in the Olympics. Yeah, she had brain damage. Yeah. Barely any sympathy towards her. Awful.
Yes, I'm a Christian.
Okay, well, praise God. I'm thrilled to hear that. So, but I think you can acknowledge that we as Christians have to honor the Jews. Do you believe that?
I think we should honor everyone. People are people at the end of the day.
But in our scriptures, it does say that we should bless the Jews. That Genesis 12:3, bless those. I will bless those descendants that bless me.
Yes, it did, man. All
and
right.
we have a covenant with Israel.
We were talking about that Minecraft movie earlier at the start of the stream, 46 minutes ago. That despite the trailers that we reacted to originally, the movie did very well in the first week of opening. And I partly do believe one factor why that was. We did mention this earlier too in the stream, that because Snow White did so badly, because of all the dumb shit Rachel Zegler said, and other reasons too, that regardless of what the trailers were for Minecraft, it did very well at the opening week. Because unlike Snow White, everybody associated with Minecraft actually promoted the film in a positive way. I didn't shit on the game, didn't shit on the original characters. Do you see the difference? Crazy if there's a sequel to that Snow White movie. I won't see that either, out of principle.
Do you share that as a Christian, that belief?
I think how as I interpret that is that, like, at the end of the day, like, we're all people. We should all be respecting and honor others. We should not be hating our neighbor.
No, I don't agree with this guy. Well, at the end of the day, people are people. We've got to respect everyone. Respect has to be earned, not just given. All right. Talk about mutual respect, that's one thing, but actual respect among people has to be earned through good deeds. Not just, oh my god, they're Arab, or they're brown, or they're people that aren't white, and we have to respect them because they're just victims. I hate that mentality. That's the new racism. That soft racism of low expectations.
I don't know if that was me. Hating our neighbor, you know what I mean?
I agree.
So I guess you can like take it to the context of specifically talking about Jews, but I take it in the context of talking about everyone as a people, the entire nation. Because at that time when the Bible was written, there weren't 100 and how many countries.
No, I haven't seen
the
movie yet either, Logan.
Yes and no. I mean, it does. Paul,
I've just been reading the latest of it, how it did well at the box office the first week, and then. And you know what? I'll even toss an olive branch right now to the Snow White movie. I haven't seen it. I've seen like little clips of it on the internet based on reviews and people's opinions about it. I honestly would say it wouldn't have been that bad a film had the Snow White bitch not said any dumb shit while promoting the film, like every other actor or actress has to do when they're in a film. Rachel Z left the USA, moved to Dubai. Good. Maybe she can do a Dubai version of Snow White, where he just rides a camel into the desert, gets kidnapped. Yes.
explicitly says that we should bless the Jews, and from it, we should honor the Jews. We're not going to agree on that, but so you say you're Palestinian. That's great. Do you think Israel has a right to exist?
Of course.
Okay, then we can agree.
Yeah.
That's a big statement. Do you think that anti-Semitism is real?
Of course.
Okay, great. Then
So is anti-Arab sentiment, Charlie. I do love Charlie Kirk, the Kirk stud, but there's certain instances where he should really know better in his words.
Really don't have much to disagree with you on, because the major issue
I'm
is,
biased.
does Israel
I'll
have a
call out
rightful
people
right
even
to
if
exist?
I do agree with
I guess
most
the
of
question
what they
is,
say.
what would you consider to be Israel?
Well, how do you feel about the fact that we provided aid to Israel to where they ended up literally leveling Gaza? Do you think our money was in good use to do that?
Well, yes and no. I mean, the first question is, why did Israel do that? It's because Hamas went and killed 1,300 Jews on October 7th, unprompted, unprovoked, in the most horrendous way imaginable. And so Israel was responding.
That bullshit, and I mean bullshit, subjective conversation about, oh my god, how could Israel bomb all those people in Gaza because they were invaded by Hamas, had their citizens killed and kidnapped. Some of them are still those hostages. There's still some hostages that yet have to be saved. Most likely the last remaining hostages are probably already dead. The money was being used by Hamas, of course. Hamas and for Hezbollah and the Houthis, all those proxy bastards from Iran. You could even blame Biden and his administration for why October 7 happened. Much like Trump would always say, that would have never happened if I was president back in 2020. But anyway, let's just hope it ends sooner than later and there's some kind of peace in that region. I know, it's horrible, Login Dog. Oh shit, Prime Minister Netanyahu is still being chased down for possible corruption charges of his government.
In a way that they would respond. Hamas invited that. And I guess the question I would have as a Christian, do you think that it's better for Christianity to have Israel controlled by Jews or Israel controlled by Muslims? What's better for Christianity?
Okay, so I have a personal opinion on what I think would be more accurate. From my own personal experience, I've seen Muslims be more receptive to the Christian faith than Jews. That's my own personal experience. But on top of that, there are, not only in Israel, there are thousands of churches all throughout the Middle East and Muslim-controlled countries that have been preserved for thousands of years now.
Oh, he was? Netanyahu was at the Oval Office today. Oh, interesting. I mean, we can find anything of that. Got some random noise in the background. It's not a dog, it's birds, and it's not that, it's some kind of construction. Ironically, we're talking about Snow White, and then this pops up. Massive failure. Oh my god, this guy. I know, Romero Ryan, I do apologise. I'm not in control with the morons making noise outside of my house. Okay, yeah, Prime... alright. Netanyahu. Crazy name he has. I prefer his nickname, Bibi. Hey, Bibi. My name is Netanyahu. Why don't you shorten it? Just call himself Netan. Nothing but Netan. White House. Okay, so yeah, no, he was there. Associated Press. Trump and Netanyahu hold Oval Office meeting. I'm not going to watch an hour-long reference to it. And all the latest about those tariffs. Oh my god. And ironically, all those nations that are against Trump and his tariffs, they're now trying to do business with him so they don't get tariffed. Isn't that ironic? Or at least come back to the table to renegotiate trade plans, which they all should. Instead of just bitching about tariffs. West Texas Blood Meridian. What's up, champion? Love the new name. Haha. And like the new profile picture too. Isn't there? Wouldn't there be one channel like commentating about the recent meeting? You'd think, instead of just news channels. Quite a few of the nations are trying to renegotiate trade, as they should. Yes, my nation's leaders, Albanese and Peter Dutton, are on the verge of having an election. On one side, they're saying Labour, which is Albanese's party. The current Prime Minister's administration, they think they're having a comeback when it comes to their image of being Prime Minister. Meanwhile, Dutton's like, we are going to promise this, and we're going to promise that, and we're going to do this, and we're going to get rid of that. Time will tell. Vietnam is now wanting to bring their tariffs down to 0%. Good. Based on one of my favourite books, one of the most evil villains in all of fiction, Judge Holden. Scary guy. We'll see what happens with that. Yes, we will. Oh, we'll just have a look. That's okay. Here we go. Shorts.
Ready, two. Ready, doors. Ready, pop. Ready, go. Ready, close. Ready, shut. Big. Or large.
Another commentary of the Cartier family from those ladies of The View. China wants to fight, though, unfortunately. Oh, bloody China. Yeah, you know, Xi Jinping, the Chinese, they can use the scare tactics about starting a war with Taiwan or Hong Kong or other nations and their bloody warships circling my country of Australia. You know, they can act all high and mighty, but they even put a step into war with any nation. Those Western allies, me, America, Britain, and around the world, they will send all their military might and destroy China and turn them into ashes upon the ground. Not that I want that to happen, but again, and especially not to the Chinese people. They're champions themselves. I'm talking about their government, those communists. In this modern age, having communists, bloody ridiculous. Although, having said that, I do feel like at some point that government style will disappear. They'll become, I reckon China will eventually have a new golden age of reforms of their government. There'll be someone who takes over Xi Jinping as leader, and they'll modernize China way for the better. Did you? You typed video. Angry grandma. Angry grandma. Hi, grandma. What is it, Jake? Oh, you dumbass, you fought in my room. I beat that ass. Tornado reaction. By Austin Salem. By Austin Witch Trial. Because of Salem. Okay, here we go. Austin Salem. Right, like, subscribe, check him out. Is this a prank tornado reaction?
Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Austin Salem here. And in today's video, we've got a brand new Angry Grandma video to watch, you guys. This one is about 23 minutes and 17 seconds long. It just came out about a day ago, so I'm a little late to the party. But, you know, we're here. We're going to watch the video. So, with that being said, the video is called Angry Grandma Tornado. And, are we actually going to get an official tornado in this, or... I don't know. One, and we are rolling.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Before the video starts, I just wanted to say that this video contains strong language, so viewers' discretion advised. Motherfuckers. I told you, motherfucker, I wasn't going to do this shit no more, and you keep bringing it in.
She did tell you that.
Yeah, but this time I think you'll like these.
Oh, bullshit.
So fucking
I'm reacting to
Jake.
it right now, Dark Wizard.
Like, I think.
Is there a delay on your end?
Sour green apple soda. Fuck it.
Apple.
No, I don't like sour apple.
I like sour apple.
Cucumber
Got any
soda.
cigarette-flavored drinks?
You all get your fixins. Yeah, I'm sure the fuck they will. Cucumber. Fuck,
Is
I
that-
like cucumber, but fuck. Not
Is that what I think it is?
What is it?
Is that, hold on a minute. Hold on a fucking minute.
Hey, talk to him on Discord,
Is that
Dark Wizard.
fucking,
Awesome.
what the hell was it? We watched a Jacksepticeye video, not too long ago.
Those weird
where
drink
Sean
challenges?
did fucking a brand of, like, different flavored sodas, and they, to my knowledge, they were very fucking disgusting. Also, if you guys would like me to do that challenge, the disgusting soda challenge, like Sean did in his video, if you guys want to see me do something like that, post in the comments down below if you want it done. And also, let's get to 15 likes on this Angry Grandma video. If we can get to 15 likes on this Angry Grandma video, you can bet your ass I'm going to be doing.
Oh, he's got 48 likes, so get on it, dude.
Disgusting soda challenge. I don't know how well it's going to go, but yeah, we'll see when we get there. But is that Lester's Fixins right there? If that's Lester's Fixins, hey, your grandma, you're in for a treat. You're in for a treat.
You tried
the
ranch
fucking
flavored soda?
A fucking pickle. You get a fucking pickle every fucking time. And you know I don't like pickles no way.
Oh fuck.
Oh,
Son of a
fuck.
bitch. Got me pickle. Real pickle taste. Motherfucker.
It's a gummy.
It's Pickle Rick.
You still buy them motherfuckers for me to eat. Son of a bitch. What the fuck is this? What's that, motherfucker? What's that in that damn
Oh
sucker?
shit.
What is it?
That's.
What is it?
I don't see it.
Oh, shit,
Look at
Grandma. What is it, boy?
A fucking worm? I ain't eating no fucking worm. There ain't no fucking way I'm eating that motherfucker. I ain't gonna do it.
Throw it at him, Gran.
You take your little wormy sucker and stick it up your ass. I'll eat the motherfucker. Here's all your assholes. Motherfucker.
Excuse me.
Oh my god. Yep, there she goes.
Oh, he's got a good coffee mug. I like him already.
Do it.
That is certain shit. Oh, fuck. Oh,
Let's get to the tornado
Down
part.
through yonder. Look at it. Flooding
Damn.
all that- Motherfucker. That's all. That's all of it. I'm not staying here and in the fucking dark. Well, that light was flickering. What was making that light flickering? Damn, all through there.
Them goddamn light flickering
Oh,
and
God.
everything went off and these other lights went off. What are we gonna do with all these
Son of a
lights?
bitch.
He's doing anything he can to
If
get her to
the
stay
power goes
there.
out, I'm going to fuck home. I'm not staying
I mean,
here
I
at
don't
your
blame
house
him, but
with no power. Now that they're all doing it.
oh shit!
Motherfucker, you tell me you can't see that?
Did you pay the electricity bill?
Oh,
It ain't the electricity bill, you dumbass. The lights are flickering off and on. That
Oh,
means
my God.
You're gonna lose power. And I'll be motherfucker if I'm staying here if you lose power. You gonna take my ass home
Jesus
if we have to
Christ.
swim.
Granny, if the power goes out, we could just change the light bulb.
oh, good God!
Change the light bulbs all the fuck you want to, motherfucker. If the lights go out, you can put all the light
I'll
bulbs
definitely
in
check
you
out
want
more
to.
of his
They
channel,
will
Dark
not
Wizard. Thanks for
work
the
with no
suggestion.
power.
Yeah, they will, man.
No, they won't, Judge.
Oh my God! What kind of?
The lightning outside kind of shocks your house.
There's always a phone notification in the background.
Change the light bulbs because the light bulbs go bad.
Yeah, Grandma, we're gonna change the light bulbs. The light bulbs don't work. We're gonna change the light bulbs for them to work. Light bulb. Grandma's had enough of that shit.
Yeah, that's right, Jake. Change all of them you want to, motherfucker. You ain't gonna have no lights if the power goes out.
Bruh, if the-
I don't give a damn what you do.
Oh my God, Jake! Oh jeez!
Son of a bitch. Oh, we'll just change the light bulb. That's what it is. Yeah, motherfucker. That's what it is.
He has a contagious
Stick
laugh.
one up your ass, it would work better. Fucking getting bad out here. Motherfucker,
Oh,
look over
my
there.
God.
It's a flood down. All the way out down through yonder. Look at it. Flood all
Damn.
that out. That poor little ducks are sitting over there on the damn bank. They've been all over to try and get out of it. They can't find a place to get. Look.
Yeah, the goddamn birds been abused by this rain. You gotta watch out for them birds. Birds and animals are the first sign of natural disasters. Love her voice. He even played the granny game. I'll have to check that out too. And Baby in Yellow? What's Baby in Yellow? They call me Mellow Yellow, quite rightly. Good times.
Over how it's flooded. It's flooded all over. Son of a bitch.
Oh shit!
Motherfucker. And this rain just keeps pouring down. Jake, you got cat shit
Stupid
in
ass
your
small
damn
dick
box.
bitch ass rain keep
Look
pouring
at
down on my
that.
ass.
There's a damn cat crawled in there and shit.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Motherfucker. You don't even come out here and look at nothing, do you?
Damn, it's bad out there,
The
dude.
cat shit in it. Probably come up during the night or something. Crawled in there and shit.
There always birds shitting on my
Son of a bitch.
house.
Well, the rains are coming down in buckets. It's a floating on down the street. The ducks are in their pond.
I love
It's
how
all
she sings.
flooded so deep. I ain't going to bingo tonight.
Oh,
So I
no
don't
bingo.
know what the fuck I'm gonna do. Sit out here and rock in my chair and sing my big old blues.
Oh,
Motherfucker!
damn!
Baby in Yellow is a
Every
horror
time I
game.
play
I'll
it
have
on-
to check
Jake?
it out on Steam.
Pull
She's-
that fucking
ooh,
head
she
off
gonna
my
whoop-
head, motherfucker.
She is
Don't
gonna whoop your
dare
ass.
touch that damn thing. You leave me the fuck alone, asshole. I want to set my ass down and try and smoke my fucking cigarette. I don't know. Because it's so fucking cold out here. I can't take
Damn,
it.
it's cold over here too, Gran.
Cigarettes do you have out here?
I don't know. Count 'em. Right, go away. Come again another day, a long time away. Motherfuck, maybe my ego. They got all kinds. Where did it come from? I saw it come from where you poured that damn motherfucking shit in my hair that I like to never got out.
Oh!
Shit.
Slime!
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, here we go. This is a prank.
Who in the fuck can read this shit? They got all kinds of colors on that damn map.
Oh, Jesus.
There's some yellow and red and green, purple, red.
Oh, damn, that's
I
an
don't know
actual
what the
tornado.
fuck all
Oh,
that
shit.
means. Motherfucker, we could be getting a tornado right now anytime and I wouldn't be able to tell it.
Oh, fuck,
Son of a
dude.
bitch.
That's terrifying.
Fuck, Jake, it'll blow your fucking roof off. Son of a bitch.
God damn.
What the fuck does that mean?
It's Siren Head, he's coming.
What is that? What is that, Jake?
Emergency
Oh,
broadcast.
shit.
What's that mean?
What's that noise?
Son of a bitch, what does that mean? Does that mean we're...
You've had a tornado warning near you before?
What'd he say?
Dog. They seem
Hey, are
way
you
more
trying to
prevalent
place an order
nowadays,
at
these
Walmart?
tornadoes.
No!
Bad weather systems.
Then what the hell are you doing?
I'm trying to get the fucking operator or whatever in the fuck it is. There we go. There we go. Here we go. Motherfucker. The fuck? They probably already gone to the fucking shelter
Got a
or wherever
weather radio
it is
that
they
goes
fucking
off?
go. They ain't answering the motherfucker. Hell no.
Hell to the no.
Motherfucker. See, they still ain't fucking answering. They're all gone.
Oh, shit. Wait, is this real?
Now what the fuck are we supposed to do?
Champions, can you imagine if this started off as a prank and then come to find out there's an actual tornado heading their way? I've dealt with my fair share of crazy weather situations, floods specifically, storms, but luckily no bushfires. Knock on wood. Don't ever want to deal with bushfires, they're so bad in Australia. Well, they can be. Not to mention the wildfires in America, gotta watch out for them too.
Son of a bitch! Hang that motherfucker up, Jake. Hang the fucking thing up. They ain't answering.
This is kind of concerning now. Holy shit.
Yeah.
What can I do for you?
I want to know where the nearest fucking shelter is during a tornado.
Give me 1 second.
All right.
I love how she swore on the phone operator.
Don't tell me they're going to put her on hold and hang up on her.
I didn't know where the next fucking shelter is where this fucking tornado was getting towards my fucking house. Of course she means in a nice and caring way.
They ain't fucking coming back on the motherfucking phone.
Okay, Walmart, what can I do for you?
Yeah, I'd like to know where the nearest fucking shelter is for a tornado.
Wait, did they?
Are you still there?
No, they put her. What the?
Motherfucker, she's gone. What the fuck?
You can tell this is bullshit. It wouldn't
Somebody
take this
else
long
likes
for
to
them
come on
to
the
tell them where to go if there was a tornado.
Tell them what?
What?
I'm sorry, what are you talking about?
You know during the fucking tornado?
Okay, ma'am, you don't have to yell at us. We're trying to help you.
You know where the nearest tornado, the shelter is?
Shelter from inside of our store?
Glad you're enjoying it, Dark Wizard. It's very funny.
If it wasn't a tornado, it would be the bathroom. Would be the shelter. I don't know what you're talking about.
Would be a bathroom.
Yes, if there's a tornado, we would lock down in a bathroom.
Motherfucker, I ain't never heard of that before.
Oh shit.
Ma'am, give us 1 second. We'll get more information. Okay, give me 1 second.
1 second.
Son of a bitch. That bitch don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Hang that motherfucker up. Hang it up. Hang it up. She don't know what.
Funny. Alright. Oh, good times with Austin Salem.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Austin Salem here. And in today's video, we have another Angry Grandma reaction. This one has been one that I've been wanting to react to on the channel for a while. And I went, like I said...
Sorry, champions, one moment. Alright. Just the parents checking up. They're babysitting the little ones at my sister's house while my sister and her husband are away doing other things. Correct time, Metal Ryan Cluster. Hell yeah. Oh, well, like, subscribe, check out Austin Salem. I'm thinking of ATV. Okay. Sorry guys, I hope that didn't cause any lag. So far, no. Crack time, hell yeah. Alright, there we go. Yeah, Austin Salem, yeah. Okay. Baby Blue, why is this being recommended? Not interested. Look at all these random channels of these, I don't know, what are they called? E-girls or... just like these... completely Photoshop looking girls. I don't think they're attractive as they are on video. I guarantee they're like half of that in person. You're talking to D-Crack on Discord? Awesome. Yeah, good old D-Crack, MF Gaming, ATV and others. I've been meaning to join them in their future podcast episodes of Sausage Party. Metal Ryan, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked with my phone going off. Well, the good thing with my new phone charger, if it stands up, now I've got in a better position near my laptop. Hopefully the signal strength is much better and to be less lagging from now on. There might be the occasional lag, but overall it's much better than it used to be. Oh, and also, coming up in my next pay, I'm jumping on Temu.com and I'm getting myself an internet dongle. One of those USB internet dongles that stand up like that and you connect it into your laptop, and it apparently improves the signal of the internet much better. Definitely going to get one of them, so look forward to that. And then once I've installed that on my laptop, there should be way less lagging in the future. Should be way more clear streams to come. Fingers crossed. Okay, Metal Ryan. Forward to that, and then once I've installed that on my laptop, there should be way less lagging in the future. Should be. If only the chat would show up the first time. Oh, good. Here we go. Metal Ryan. Forward to that, and then
What's up,
once I've
everyone?
installed
Bree
that
here.
on my laptop, there should here we be go. way Classic.
Oh, Jesus.
Hello? Oh, we could talk about it when you get home. Otherwise, it's not important if you can't. Oh, I'm streaming at the moment, so I'll talk to you when you're home. Okay, thanks. See you then. Okay. Sorry about that, champions. Everything's fine. I'm not going nowhere. Hopefully there's no lag on the stream. Here we go, some classic nostalgia from D-Crack. Thank you very much, Metal Ryan. I love watching D-Crack's old stuff from time to time. The legendary pranks between him and his wife, Bree. It's Bree, isn't it? Alright, like, subscribe, join, check out D-Crack, the original champion of YouTube. Thank you, you're very welcome, Metal Ryan. Appreciate you, always. Stream is fine on your end. Oh, good, good. Things are improving slowly. Alright, let's check it out. Tornado prank. A goddamn tornado!
Bree here. It's a stormy night where we live. We're under some tornado watches and stuff. And I know that I pranked David just a few, 2 or 3 days ago or whatever. But I'm going to do it again.
I swear, as I get old, I swear I'm turning into a bulldog. I'm getting bloody jowls. These overly big dimples I have in my face. Anyway, let's watch.
Again. I know that he wants to prank me back, and what can I say? I just want to beat him to it. So David thinks that there's just, a tornado just would never happen here. No worry, don't need to be prepared.
Never say never.
Don't worry about it because it would just never happen. Well, tonight.
Hang on one moment. I can hear bloody car beeping. What's up, Isaiah Moses? Thunder rolling. Gonna put some music on while I make myself another coffee and stuff, champion, so I won't be long and we'll get back to reactions. Slushy, break my heart.
Just break my heart. Just break my heart.
Reminding us that even the smallest rock can have a hand at sculpting worlds. Asteroid.
to write you a letter. When I turn the page, I'd have
You're out for now, Madeline. No worries. Appreciate you stopping by as always.
and it's tough to let go even after all of this time. I'm fucked up, was trapped up, I looked out.
God, so many of these bloody singers nowadays have no tone in their voice. And I'm talking about the male singers. God, what's their song gonna be called in the next album? My balls finally dropped. What's up? Big John 88, welcome to the stream. Ha Love it when all the other champions show up, including the champions of D-Crack and ATV's channel. Big John being one of the original champions of all the channels. Thunder rolling Isaiah Moses, the weather champ. What's the latest forecast? Disabled John Wick. Don't tell comedy. Could be interesting.
Before I start, I want to get one thing out of the way. If at any point anyone here goes, "Aw," you owe me $10. Listen, you don't have to awe. I love life. My life is great. I get drunk every other day. I'm a degenerate.
Of course, the champions of the Sausage Party love. Thank you, Big John, for reminding me. I know I do want to join an episode sometime, but I'm just finding myself preoccupied with other shit that always seems to block the chance I get to actually join Austin and Big John and others for the Sausage Party experience. Sometime soon, I'm sure. Anyway, this is a channel, Don't Tell Comedy. Like, subscribe, check them out. I love the stand-up comedy. Champions know I do. This is Steve Way. I don't remember if this guy was on the Kill Tony show. But either way, let's check it out. Disable John Wick.
You're a gambler. And I watch a ton of porn. Like a lot of it. And my hands don't even work. Now you get it. I watch porn for the plot. Okay? A lot of people have asked me,
wow, what an important narrative. This is in this porno. These two people are fucking hard. Oh shit. He shoved his phallus into the woman's one ring to rule them all. She calls her pussy Mordor. Oh, here comes Dildo Baggins. Let's move on.
if I watch disabled porn, oh, it's real. It's real. Listen, when y'all...
You're dead, Login Dog? Okay, well, I hope you revive yourself. Found out today that Goodwill was doing a freeze on hiring. Right. Sorry, I got interrupted by a message from eBay, which I barely use, just for latest advertisements of what to buy. Although I am more of a Temu.com at heart. Online shopper, maybe Amazon, see what happens. Sorry, I was going to read your message, Login Dog. I found out today the Goodwill is doing a freeze on hiring right now, and I'm mad about it. It was going to likely start April 13th, but now I likely won't start till May. But if you were hired to work there and you signed a contract, isn't that against their policy? Why are you starting later now? For what my advice, I'd tell them to fuck themselves, find something better to work at.
Go home tonight.
I have
Trust
ginger
me.
cookies and an apple because I'm a gangster.
But I would always be like, no, that's weird. Why would I want to watch someone who looks like my long-lost twin brother? Fuck. But I've evolved. And now, all I watch is disabled porn. I'll tell you why.
It's company-wide, unfortunately. There's no other Goodwill companies you could look at. Oh, either way, I'm hopefully it works out for you. I have been there myself, so you're not alone, Login Dog. But previous jobs I was employed at, the orientation was pushed out to a later time, so it took me longer to even get started. We've all been there in one way or another. Can't do anything about it now. Oh, I hope it works out. Alright, back to Steve Ray. Wait.
When I watch that guy who looks like me just lying there, not moving because he can't, and that guy is getting his dick sucked, I root for that guy. And when he gets to come, I come in spirit.
I was supposed to be common spirit. This guy got the Steve, what's his, the late great Stephen Hawking disease. I only say that because he's got a breathing tube or something attached to his wheelchair. I don't know if that was done before they decided to put a freeze on hiring. I don't know either. Isn't it great when you work hard trying to get hired, trying to do a new job, trying to get weekly income finally, only to be knocked back or something goes wrong? It's such a good feeling. Supposed to be getting a background check too. Oh, yeah, we've all been there too. I had to get one for my TAFE course. Because once I graduate, or actually halfway through the course, I'll be doing placement hours where I'll go to the local schools and actually practice being an educational support worker, a teacher's aide, helping out the students. So if that goes well, I could actually be hired while I'm studying for my certificate 4 in education support, and eventually become an art teacher. Teach all the kids the cartoons they see on TV, how they can draw it from paper, on paper to digitally on the big screen. I'm qualified in doing that already. I just need the right qualifications to teach. Yeah, I've been rejected everywhere I try to work at. Join the club, Login Dog, you're not alone. I've been there. I know the harsh reality of rejection when it comes to work.
That's my Rudy. I'm sure y'all have heard a lot in the news recently about Medicaid. Every day it feels like the government is trying to cut it. And it makes me feel like the disabled John Wick. The government just wants to be dead. With Medicaid, I have to fight for the basic things I need. Okay, like a new wheelchair can take years to get. You have to go through doctor visits, insurance,
They don't have enough work experience.
verifications.
Well, that's a contradiction, because how are you supposed to get work experience if you kept getting rejected from the jobs you are going for? I mean, I guess you could do voluntary work experience at a various business you're interested in, and then put that on your resume, and then go back and try again, but... I mean, they should just hire you, at least give you a job trial. There should be more job trials offered for people trying to get hired in various jobs, whatever it is, instead of just look at a resume and then just toss it in the trash and brush you off. There should be way more better methods of employment, or at least possible employment, based on a test. Fault line, getting big one enough. Because the business is stupid and lazy. Yeah. Well, ever since COVID, there's more people that want to work from home. And I guess businesses aren't liking that, and that's why they're doing the wrong thing, but whatever. Crazy good times. That's cute. Having a bad dream, I'm coming to the rescue. Sometimes I forget of the real intelligence of animals. It's good old Dashi Games. Like, subscribe, check out Dashi Games. I'm surprised he hasn't got 1 billion subscribers. He's that much of an amazing gamer, YouTuber, or content maker, whatever. Hodge twins. Actor Terrence Howard explains what happened to Justin Bieber and Diddy's parties. I've heard the rumours. Hope half of them are not even true, but I'm guaranteed they are. God damn, I don't know how Justin Bieber... I'm glad he's still around. Shit, the things I've heard from him... about him. Let's find this out.
Yeah, got a show for y'all. Got a damn...
Hodge twins, like, subscribe, join. Love these champions of... Would you call them influencers? I never liked that name. I like content makers. Or YouTubers in general. Anyway, champions nonetheless. Hodge twins. I think and check out their other channel, Conservative Twins. Severe thunderstorms near Mississippi. There's some pretty bad flooding over there too, wouldn't it be? Isn't Mississippi swamp country? There's a lot of swamps in Mississippi. The bayou. Going down the bayou. Hope I don't run into a tornado. Severe thunderstorm has destroyed tornado in Mississippi. Yeah. Japan's going to get an earthquake too. Take care, you Japanese champions. You've got enough trouble going through tsunamis in the past, and now a possible earthquake. But anyway, let's check out, like, subscribe to the Hodge Twins. Let's help them get to 4 million subscribers. Actor Terrence Howard, the actor and the scientific mind, who apparently has a lot of patents of various scientific things that other scientists are trying to steal from him. That's what I heard, anyway. Check it out.
Good show. All right, so Terrence Howard, he was on the PBD podcast. Yeah.
And then Kai
Dr.
threw
David's
about to
podcast.
go. I hope not.
And he kind of goes into what Justin Bieber's going through. Oh, really? No, you checked in that clinic. But before we get to today's video, we only got 3 days left for our contest, which is the Ford Raptor and $10,000 in cash. But if you enter today, you also enter to win our red Jeep Rubicon, and we give you 25 times the income. 25 times. We never did nothing like that before. Just go to Just go to officialhardtwins.com. Anything you buy on our website, get you entered to win. Yeah. All right. Let's get to the show. Let's get to the show.
Yeah.
That's a big question. That made me just sit there and take notes. Nick Nolte was the only one. Every take he came in, we applauded him. We gave him a standing ovation. Every take, every single take, because he was so dynamic in what he was doing. I've never met a better actor in my life that just shuts me up. I'm like, okay.
Nick Nolte was in the movie Warrior with Tom Hardy, and.
Oh, is that what you meant? The Nankai fault line? How long have we known what fault lines are in history? So you'd think that ever since they discovered that fault lines, you'd think the population wouldn't live near them. Although I guess it can't be helped, really. Much like the island people that live near a volcano, hoping that lava won't flow through their homes.
Gavin O'Connor, which is, I love that movie, but he was also in Blue Chip. Was he in Coach in Blue Chip with Shaq?
Coach in Blue Chip. Yep.
He was in Coach in Blue Chip. Wow.
I mean, he was in another 48 hours.
My favorite performance of him is what he did in The Hulk.
Cheers, regardless, champions. Stay safe.
Conversation that he was having with Eric Bana. The conversation, he channeled everything. He never holds anything back. So I love actors that just really pours it out. Like, I can't keep up with Joaquin Phoenix no more. Joaquin is taken off. He's in a place where the disbelief that I can't do anymore because I've been rooted into trying.
So what's the first time you met him?
With who?
Joaquin.
Joaquin was when we were doing, he was nominated with me when we were doing, he was nominated for Walk the Line. I was nominated for Hustle and Flow. So we were in the whole
That's the first time.
That's the first time.
Did you guys ever do anything together?
Nope.
Never have.
Nope.
Dude,
it was me, him, Heath Ledger. He was in the run with us. It was Philip Seymour Hoffman running with us.
That's the same. What
and
four
two of those
names.
people are dead now.
I know. Heath
out
and
of
Philip.
the 5, yeah.
Wow.
Out of the 5, that was us. So, there's a short life in
Why do you think that is with the creative side?
Well, because losing out money, you got to take drugs. You're going through so much shit to try and deal with life. You are literally, it's an unhealthy space. And so eventually you're going to go too far, Who knows?
It's only unhealthy if you allow it to be. That's what pisses me off with Hollywood. All these great names, all the success they've been given, they just go deep into the rabbit hole of Hollywood and they can't get out, and then they just numb themselves with drugs up to the point they're found dead in a hotel. How many times have we heard that same story of some poor actor or actress or influencer, whatever, that had great promise, only to be found dead in a hotel room? It's horrible.
knows what happened to Philip? Who knows what Heath had to do in order to get to
8.6
where he
magnitude
was at?
plus.
There's a
Damn,
lot
I
of
can
things
argue.
that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it, and they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. But when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
Your manhood.
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Now I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right of being a mother and taking care of her family and do all those things, when you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Got punked out and pimped out by some
Yep. That they felt they were safe all during this time up until that moment. That real moment. And I think some of you know what I'm talking about. That moment, Cat Williams went on Club Shay Shay and exposed everything. Diddy included. You go back to that Club Shay Shay interview of Cat Williams, he lets you know all about what was going on before it became mainstream. How crazy is that? Sometimes it goes off in segments, which causes more than one megaquake that days part. Jeez. Yeah, a tsunami as well. Oh, God forbid the Japanese go through another one.
greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back.
Gender fluid.
From. So maintain your man card no matter what.
Man, I mean.
Yep.
He had to take a deep breath. Yeah. Let's keep this going.
Man. You know, one of the things you're seeing, you went to a whole different place.
Sorry.
No, I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to...
Hope Mount Fuji don't erupt after it. I hope not even. Like, God damn, that would be horrific. If Mount Fuji blew up, that'd be a full-on continental disaster of Japan. Like, would most of Japan be affected if that volcano blew up?
Try and get rid of any principles there are, and that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream, they don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men, we produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary.
I'd love to go to Tokyo one day, champs. Meet all the Japanese champions and see the anime and all the cool, wacky, crazy, unique things Japan and Tokyo have compared to the rest of the world. We always say China is like 5 steps ahead of anybody else when it comes to progress and technology and industry. I'm going to say Japan is 10 times ahead when it comes to that. Bloody China keeps circling Taiwan because Taiwan makes the chips, the microchips that can go in all the futuristic weapons. We can't let China have that. I'm not going this year, that's for sure. Oh, were you going to go to Tokyo at some point, Ogden Dog? It'd be cool.
You don't trade that in, no matter what.
Hey, did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the
Hell
consequences
yeah.
when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay.
Look at his face. Man. Patrick Bet David knows this goes on in Hollywood. He didn't expect this guy to tell him this in his face, Yeah. That place is like, it's a bunch of people like that, and man.
I'd love to go to one of Japan's theaters and see the original Kabuki. Kabuki Theater. One of the original theaters of comedy and creativity, mask wearing, great music, all that good stuff. OMG, a new age. You got a link for me? West Texas Blood Meridian. 5 champions are watching, thank you very much. Can we make it 6? I love even numbers. And after this, we'll watch the crazy bitches of The View. I love even numbers. You could go to the gay area. And after this, we'll watch the crazy bitches of The View. The Japanese gay area, that'd be interesting. Very unique, West Texas. I love even numbers. You could go to the gay area. And after this, we'll watch the crazy bitches of The View. The Japanese gay area, that'd be interesting. Short horror slideshow I made. Oh, very good. Alright. Like, subscribe, check out the champion. West Texas Blood Meridian. Blood Meridian style. 7 champions are watching. Oh, aren't I the popular one? I seem to get more viewers whenever I react to my subscribers' content, so thank you for that. Okay. Feels like some dark web stuff. I like that, the sunset. Red Dead 2 vibes. Dead Town. The Skull Tree. Skull Mountain. The original Joker. Very good. Like and subscribe and check out West Texas Blood Meridian. 9 subscribers, that's horrible, he needs 20. Jump on West Texas Blood Meridian channel, You can even click on his name on the chat right now and jump on his channel, subscribe, check out all his content, including the content he made of me in the past. Very nice. That volcano in Iceland do be active. Oh, we don't want that, do we? Bill Burr shuts up about politics after fans turn on him. Really? He has what, a comedic opinion about politics and the fans automatically just brush him off? I guess they weren't fans to begin with. Let's take it out. Yeah,
Got a new show for y'all. Got a damn good show.
Damn good show.
So Bill Burr's on a red carpet event. You know how I would say like over the last several months he's been publicly more vocal about politics. So he goes on this red carpet event and they're asking him political questions.
Why? Because you became very political.
Yeah, exactly. But before we get to today's show, hey, we only got 3 days left in our giveaway.
Giving you 25 times.
We're giving you 25 times the inches if you enter right now. You get entered to win the Ford Raptor and the Jeep Rubicon.
Yeah.
And the $10,000 in cash for both vehicles. We do that when the contest is coming to an end.
Yeah, let's get to the show.
Anything you buy on the site get you automatically entered to win.
Let's get to the show.
Let's get to the show.
Tell us about your reaction to Luigi Mangione. I was reading up, that you've been supportive of what he did.
That CEO assist.
If you were reading up, I don't think you read up on it. Because I said what I felt about it, and I said what a lot of people said.
This dude's been blurting out free Luigi.
Yeah, so that means you condone murder.
Right. Here we go.
That way. So could you clarify what you think?
No, I'm not going to just have some controversial moment so you can get clicks. I'm not doing that. I'm here for Conan. I'm not doing all of this. What are you going to bring up next?
You know what? You were joking when you said it, free Luigi. People want to hear, how you feel about that. Are you just joking or do you...
Bloody comedian. Of course he's joking or comedically exaggerating whatever he talks about. Okay, he's not a politician. Fucking hell. Holding him up to the fire like everything he says is just what he believes and the truth. Regardless. Leave Bill Burr alone. Dumb idiot press. I'm a stupid bitch who doesn't know the difference between comedic exaggeration and like real life. Did you really mean that you thought Luigi Mangione, whatever his stupid name is, that murder of the CEO, do you think he should be free and just like be given a slap on the wrist and like shouldn't have any jail time at all? Like regardless of your opinion, a man was still murdered. So, whatever happens to Luigi, he deserves. I would hope he's joking too. Thinking about making a short film that is a Western horror? Do it! Do it, Wex, Texas! If you need any cartoon examples of the horror villain or whatever, let me know on X and I will gladly send you some cartoons.
Really mean this?
No, he's went into detail about the whole situation before.
Yeah.
Several times.
The Middle East. I went to. What are you going to bring up next? The Middle East? I went to summer school 3 out of 4 years in high school. I'm not qualified to talk about this.
I was just going to bring it down.
What do you think about global warming?
You said about Elon that he was ruining Earth, I saw on The View. You're critical of him. What do you think of all the boycotts, like even the violence
I don't watch the news. I don't watch the news. I have no idea what's going on. I watch Instagram. I watch people wipe out on motorcycles.
Yeah, he's been talking about Elon, how he's a big nerd, and how he can't pick up chicks or something like that.
He's been on every talk show. Every talk show, he...
Well, probably, but nowadays with Elon Musk, it's the absolute opposite. The guy's a womanizer, and he's had like multiple kids of multiple different women, and the relationship with the women, lasts about 10 seconds before he moves on to another one. Not to mention that stupid salute shit he did in that conference.
Brings up Elon. Yeah.
Much lions and hyenas fight each other. This is the things that I do. And I don't think you should be asking a comedian. You're a journalist.
Comedians are on top of current events.
No. That's weak. That's you guys passing.
No, you being weak now. Where's your balls at?
Yeah. You said
in the buck. You guys need to have balls again, which you don't. You guys always goes, should we be thinking this? Duh. You guys present stuff like that. You guys used to have balls. You need to get your balls back.
No, somebody ripped your balls out. I'm gonna tell you what's going on with him. You go to his Facebook, right?
He's been influenced.
Oh yeah, the cherry blossoms are in season. That would be an amazing sight. Logging Dog, I'd love to see that myself. You know, one of my favourite movies, one of my favourite movies growing up was The Last Samurai, one of Tom Cruise's films. I thought he did very well in that, as well as the other actors and Billy Connolly as well. Very good. There was a great scene of the cherry blossoms. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about.
By somebody close to him.
Yeah, right. So this is him. He's on tour right now, and he posted this on Facebook. You ought to see his comments from his fans.
Yeah.
Look at this. We used to love his comedy. We've seen him live a few times, and back in the day got his DVDs. Now, not so much. Probably does well in California. Not for me anymore. Yeah, they probably still like all that mainstream media material.
Really? Well then, you dumbasses clearly were never fans of Bill Burr. He says something about Elon Musk, or a different subject, and you're like, oh my god, has he gone woke? How dare he have an opinion about certain things like that? Dumb. Dumb with a capital D for D's nuts.
Over there. Seems like lately Bill gets the news and info for his material from The View. He sure has sounded like an ass clown lately. Enough for me to not watch and not give a shit about his new Hulu special.
Yeah.
Don't care about the show. Came for the comment section. Not disappointed. Bill turned into the exact thing he built a career in. Trashing. So sad, man.
Yeah. All his comedy, whether it was racial or about politics, it was always very sound and
objective.
Objective. Now you condoning people killing people.
Yeah. And he just went.
He's not doing that at all. He had an opinion about it, and a lot of bullshit. How about all those people saying free Luigi? Are they condoning murder? Are they fucking questioned by journalists? No. What, simply because Bill Burr is a person of influence as a stand-up comedian, he can't have an opinion about anything? Can we got bloody children as journalists nowadays? Can people act adult and maybe a bit more subjective instead of just, oh, well, what did you mean by that? What did you mean by that? You have an opinion that's not the same opinion as the mainstream about Luigi and that CEO? How dare you? Who gives a shit? I don't give a shit. I don't waste time dwelling on what Bill Burr says ever. God, people that do, jeez, get a life.
Woke. Look, make sure to let them know that you're woke now.
Wrong?
They'll love that in the UK because that's a woke place.
Yeah.
You became the old man yelling alone in a room. California took your brain and The View took your heart. Used to be one of my favorite comedians, and now you took a nosedive into lefty lunatic. Use the old Zip recruiter to find yourself a new career. I mean, a lot of his fans.
Popular, yeah.
Well, he's alienated half his fan base.
Yeah, he should have never came out political. I mean, his joke.
I don't think any of these people with these comments are genuine fans of Bill Burr. I think they're just tag-alongs. You know, they're just people that have liked, like, the clips on YouTube of his specials or his podcast or anything, these interviews, and then got some kind of false idea of what Bill Burr is about. And then when he says this stuff about Musk or Luigi or other shit, like, oh, how dare he? Oh my god, I'm just gonna shit my pants because I'm so offended.
Folks, you know, they could lean either left or right, but
Yeah.
all His jokes always ring to be true and rational. Now it just rings woke. Yeah. And then when he started trashing Elon Musk and
so he couldn't get a hot girlfriend.
Yeah. And look what people posted on Twitter. Breaking. Bill Burr just went on The View and said that Elon Musk is a nerd who doesn't know how to talk to hot women. Meanwhile, this is Bill Burr's wife.
Another white man wasted.
Look, since Bill Burr is trending again, I'll remind everyone why he's so miserable.
I married a black woman once. What? I'd never do that again.
Look, calling Bill Burr's wife a DEI wife when we know that she really wanted to say his beautiful wife's name is Nia Renee. Cut all this bullshit.
Hey, you remember when she flipped off the president?
Yeah. Bill Burr has a hateful Marxist wife who keeps his testicles on the shelf. Everything he says is filtered through her. He's a nutless, angry ginger trying to stay relevant with a fading crowd. I don't think his crowd is fading.
Well, I think it's fading now because of things.
Tell us how you really feel. Online comments.
She did this to the president at a MMA event.
That is,
and he's sitting there.
Wow.
You're
telling me because she flipped off Trump in that UFC event? Oh god, she is so evil. Oh my god. So yeah, a lot of people are against Trump as president. Okay, who cares? The majority voted him in. And then after his second term ends, he's gone. He's not going to be doing a third term. That's against the government laws. I think the president that had the most terms was Franklin Roosevelt during World War II, and then after that, the law changed, so you can only have 2 terms. And now there's even stories about Obama getting back as the face of the Democrats and going against Trump in a third term. Obama can't have a third term. Same law applies to him. I reckon half the stuff about politics in my country or America, I honestly believe most of it is just overly exaggerated, way too politicized, just blow up everything, making it way bigger than it actually is.
He's sitting there looking at him, and then he doesn't even realize he does this, I don't think.
Right. That is
cold
wild.
here right now, it's freaking April.
But then he's right there chastising.
Well, I'm not surprised. It was a black woman, a liberal, progressive black woman would do something like that.
But he's right here chastising this guy, talking about get your balls back.
Yeah. For you to say that when you didn't want to answer either one of these 2 journalists' questions.
Yeah.
You didn't want to answer the question.
Yeah, you've been public about Elon Musk.
Yeah.
You've been public about...
He doesn't answer the journalist's questions because it's a bullshit-loaded question. Don't take what Bill Burr says at face value. He's a comedian. He exaggerates. He rants. The journalists and these fans, they're all treating Bill Burr like he's not a comedian. He's a political commentator who said the wrong shit and now is getting hate for it. It's weird.
About all these things, these questions that these journalists are asking you, and now you're quiet. How can you not have a...
Isn't that ironic, Login Dog? You can't type right now? That's okay. I've been there. Democrats are at their lowest popularity like ever. I believe. Yeah, they are. Despite what the rhetoric is said about Trump and Musk and whoever else. In general, Trump's got the highest approval ratings he's ever had, and the Democrats haven't got shit going for them. I mean, the possible leader of the Democrats I heard about was that Jasmine Crockett and shit. Democrats, you gotta do better. You have to do better, and you gotta stop with this Trump derangement syndrome. That's why you lost. You bitch about Trump and Elon Musk and anybody on the right who has an opinion, and then more and more people are just leaving the Democrat Party. The fact that you had Tulsi Gabbard and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. leave the Democrat Party and join Trump, which is something they would never have done if the Democrat Democrat Party was still legitimate. It's gotta make you think. They are embarrassing. Oh, totally. I think it's fail time. Best expensive fails. This year, 2 weeks ago. Fail army. Haha. Seen that. Never mind. Oh, everything goes wrong. Fail army 2.0 a month ago.
Oh my god.
No, Dugar, what the?
Go. Good boy. Go. A Sharpie.
Do you want to try it? Smell it. Smell it first.
Help.
How'd you get a sucker on your head?
Ow!
Oh my!
These stupid idiots when it comes to animals. I hope that your lip gets ripped off, bitch. Yeah, it's like those... Now, I'll toss an olive branch, champions. I thought it was just white people that were the dumbest tourists in the world, but it's not. It's white people, and it's Chinese, specifically the inland Chinese. Not the city Chinese, they're champions. It's the inland Chinese that have no chill, that are fucking... Just disgusting people when they tour other people's nations. Especially in Japan. The Japanese hate those inland Chinese. Bloody bastards expecting the world given to them whenever they travel somewhere. Not to mention how much they hate each other. Have you ever seen an inland Chinese person fight with another inland Chinese person, meaning like women? A sight to be seen.
So basically, I had a little accident.
No way, really?
Well, I was spray painting. I was trying to. I tested out the can. It backfired.
Lady, shouldn't you be washing it off your face really quickly? Because that is chemicals. That can't be healthy. It's like I smacked myself in the head and I'm bleeding. I'm not going to film myself. Oh my god, guys, I just smacked myself in the head and now I'm bleeding from the forehead. What do I do? Yeah, film yourself recording it. No. Seek help.
Hey, man. Hold on, guys. Lish is on my shoulders. What's going on?
Okay. Going through the tunnel.
If I was in a relationship and a bitch tried to do that to me, I would have dumped her ass well before she even jumped on my shoulders. Whoops, look at me. I was trying to be fun and I just wrecked my boyfriend's neck and spine. But who cares about men's pain? Apparently nobody.
And route.
Beehive? At least he's covered. It probably did, login dog. Bruh!
So as you can see, things got out of hand.
No way, really.
I mean, it was in my hand. I was
Damn, those balls hit his balls on his balls. Classic. Not the McDonald's.
I got this.
That was gonna happen.
What a beautiful day. Yes. It's underwater.
Oh no, it's hilarious.
Little problem. He's just sinking, that's all.
Can't be a good wedding without little antics. Parachuting? Nope. Oh, lost a phone.
Oh no.
Why don't you just take the ball out of the water? Oh no, my phone! Hopefully it's waterproof. Oof! Oh! Damn, that went Yeatsville. First of all, why were you filming yourself doing that in the first place? I love these people, whoever they are, it doesn't matter what their age is, they do dumb shit and they expect a different result. People kicking balls inside their house and they wonder why they break a window. And of course they run because their mum's not going to be happy. Who broke my window? Alcohol is involved in that. I don't think any sober woman would jump into a trash can. I mean, how dirty can they be? Not in a good way. Oh, dude. Yep, that happened.
Hello, everybody.
Do I look high, champions? I'm not, I'm just tired.
Yes!
Yes, yes!
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, that didn't work. My heart goes out to anybody who's overweight. As you champions know from the years I've been streaming, so back when I first started streaming, I was way heavier and bigger than I am now. I lost the equivalent of 30-something kilos. I am currently 89 kilos, whatever that is in pounds. Maybe you champions can tell me. Because you American champions use pounds, not kilograms. Yeah, what is 89 kilograms in pounds? Let me know in chat. That's how much I am right now. Compared to what my highest weight, which was 117 kilograms. Whatever that is in pounds, that can't be good. So I'm really glad I lost the weight when I did. So, you know, it is funny, but my heart goes out to any bigger person who, like, falls over or something happens because it's painful. How's the wind doing that? 196 pounds. Damn! Nearly 200 pounds? And it ain't muscle. I'm glad I left. Glad I'm not that now. Oh God, I'm 34 currently. So, had I been that same weight now, going nearly 5 years away from being 40, oh God, I would probably have serious health problems. Or at least be on the verge of having serious health problems, so. I wish anybody luck who's trying to lose weight, because it's not easy. Nothing is easy.
Hello, my darling. Oh my
Yeah.
I've seen that fail before in different videos. What is that? Fun Ground? It's like a kid's... Not a Chuck E. Cheese, whatever it is. It's a... Was it Fun Rock? I don't know what it is, but I'm sure you American champions know. Like a play zone that kids and young adults have fun in. Stop! Hammock time! Bruh.
Move, bruh.
Good old tire swing.
Çok büyük. Ölçemiyorum. Anladım mıyım?
Ah, damn. Damn. Catch of a day, I need to lose it. Oh, is that what 89 kilos is? 196? Okay, so my biggest weight I was before losing it was 117 kilograms. 117, so whatever that is in pounds, let me know in chat. I've done that before, the clay making.
Nervous, B. I'm nervous.
Dad, help her.
We gotta unravel it because it's legit stuck.
I'm gonna do it a little at a time and try and get.
258 pounds. Damn! So I wasn't that far away from 300 pounds. Shit, I'm glad I'm not that anymore. That ain't healthy. Whew, thanks for letting me know, Login Dog. That's a good achievement on my end. Mm, 260 pounds back then. I'm glad I'm not that anymore. I'm nice and slim now. I always found it funny when you lose weight, sometimes one of the compliments are like, wow, we can really see it in your face. Like, how big was my head before I started losing weight? Fucking. Which that was me back at my highest weight. I had like 3 necks. Now I only have 2. And I'm happy with that. 2.5 hours? Oh, keep going. Oh, that's cute. Furry friend's life.
Do anything.
What do you want us to do? We're 7 years old.
You're 7 years old, but there's 21 of you. Power in numbers.
I thought he was your friend.
Why would you think a man in a ski mask was my friend?
Maybe he didn't want anyone to know.
People who don't have Chihuahuas will never truly understand their big personalities, fierce loyalty, and endless love packed into such a tiny body.
My biggest was 185, 84 kilos. Now I'm around 140 pounds, 63. Oh, very well done. That's a great achievement on your own, Login Dog. Applaud you. Don't get any smaller though. Anything under 60 can be a dangerous weight, I'm sure, for your demographic. Anything lower than 89 for me is considered unhealthy. My lowest weight I've ever been was 79. Like 10 kilos under what I'm currently now. That was a dangerous weight for me to be in. This was back when my anxiety was at the highest. It just damaged my appetite. But it's back to normal now, so don't want to get any smaller, and it's very important to know your optimum weight when you reach it. You don't want to go up, you don't want to go down, you just want to stay in that window. I learned that from my local doctor I go to. She told me what healthy weight I need to be, and I've achieved that, and I'm sticking to it as best you can. You need to get back to 150. Yeah, it'd be like 73 kilos. Well, that's better. Good luck with it.
Hachi, no. Voy a ir con Raquel y vamos a comer. Vamos a ir para casa abuela. Después a comer queso y jamón.
When I say I want a family, this is exactly what I want. When friends are playing guitar outside, Doggo is always the most interested, ears perked up and tail wagging, as if feeling the music more than anyone else.
150 is 68. Okay, 68 kilos. Oh, and I is too. Well, don't get any smaller than what you are now and you'll be okay. She just snapped on her neighbor. Come get some. Ah, Karen! Karen time with the Hodge twins. I've been there too, long and dog, at my heaviest weight. Joint pain everywhere. Not anymore, thank God. What up, Dean Machine? Sup? I saw your comment about Kineto Pant. I will definitely play it as soon as I can. I have to repurchase it. Hey, you nearly beat me to the question. Yes, I will be playing it soon, sometime soon. I'm gonna buy it myself and then play it for your champion's enjoyment. Okay, what else do we have now? Oh yeah, of course, Cartier's in the view. Here we go.
To the 2024 presidential race.
Like, subscribe, and check out the Cartier family, champions of American political commentating. Let's help them get to 2 million subscribers. They deserve it. Yeah, for some reason, when you send it to me and I tried it, before I stream it, I see if it works. For some reason, it didn't play properly. So it doesn't matter, I'll purchase it myself and install it my own and get onto it as quick as I can. Thank you for suggesting it to me, Dean. I have Becker's muscular dystrophy, so I still get soreness. Oh, well, that's completely something else. So take care of that, Logan Dog, as best you can. All right.
And former President Barack Obama's role within it, especially on the Democratic side. Now, according to Fight, inside the wildest battle for the White House, Obama really did not want Kamala Harris to be the Democratic nominee after former President Joe Biden dropped out. Take a look.
He didn't think that she could win. And we spoke to people very, very close to him who say this, and there were major concerns. So I think they were doing a quiet sort of lobby.
Isn't it ironic that after Trump won, now we hear all this bullshit about Kamala Harris not being the right candidate to choose? Prior to that, they were propping her up like she was the next visionary leader of America. Crazy. Yeah, I'm just such a perfect person to be president. I hope she doesn't run again in 2028. I would be shocked if she does. I think most Democrats would be shocked if she does.
Effort to see, what the mood was and whether there was enough support for it. Certainly, I think Barack Obama was hearing from some donors. I know Nancy Pelosi was too. That Kamala Harris couldn't win. They kept doing this up until the final minutes of, right after Joe Biden endorsed Kamala Harris. I think they were still calling around. It's why I think Barack Obama kept his powder dry for several days. He wanted to see how all of this would play out, but he had major concerns.
What were the concerns? What were the nature of the concerns?
Yeah. I mean, the fact that she just wouldn't be able to win. I think that they all saw her as a weaker vice president. I don't think that they felt.
If she does, she has to do 10 times better when it comes to her speech ability. Interviews, live campaigns, debates. Ugh. I honestly believe, and every celebrity, whoever, Beyonce, Oprah, whoever else was paid millions to promote Miss Harris. They didn't do it out of their own goodwill, which should tell you a lot. Poor Oprah, she normally gets the job done. I watched that promotional interview she did of Kamala Harris. She was like, everyone welcome Kamala Harris! And she gave her softball questions. She tried to support her as the best she could. And then even with the audience on her side, she just messed up. She'd lose again because she said she wouldn't run the country differently than Biden. That was that was the nail in the coffin. Despite everything. Shame, really. I'm not anti-Democrat. They gotta do better.
Felt like Joe Biden had really championed her enough, that she was coming in kind of ill-prepared to run as president. Certainly, they look back at her last campaign, I'm sure. And
I mean, Obama wasn't wrong. He was right. And look, the whole thing was a mess.
That probably explains why he gave that weak-ass speech trying to get the brothers involved to vote.
Y'all niggas need to...
How have you been, Dean? You still watching? I saw you on Counter-Strike. Very good. I didn't realise it was free. I might install that soon and play it. Me, Dean, and anybody else shooting up a bunch of terrorists.
We get back in line.
Is that what the game's about?
I mean, we all knew Kamala. I mean, honestly, I never heard about her until she was non-elected and just placed in Joe Biden's. Well, obviously the vice president when she was vice president. But before about her candidacy, I didn't know she was running for the Democratic Party.
Well, I feel like the Democrats should have known if they had to replace the candidate that nobody got to vote in.
I mean, nothing she just said surprised me.
What the Democrats should have done when Biden finally stepped down is they should have done a primary for the next best person to be the nominee for Democratic leader. They didn't do that. They just gave it to Kamala Harris. Funny how they realise their mistakes after they've done it. None of them had any foresight. I don't even think Biden's wife even liked... Gosh, she didn't. Jill Biden did not like her. I don't think majority of the Democrats liked her. They put up with her.
Everybody knew it. Nobody was surprised besides people that was claiming racism and
misogynist.
Yeah,
misogynist. I don't mean to be a misogynist at all, but I mean, like, we all knew a woman wasn't going to win.
It's not even.
It's possible, but she sucked.
It's possible.
A woman that sucks.
Hillary Clinton didn't even win. And, you know, she got some rep.
She won the primary, though.
Halfway through the session, the president excused himself and went off to sit
back. Okay, here we are.
Every executive order,
he's speaking upon it.
And well, he got a speaker sometime, and they say telling the people, "Hey, this is what this for. Give it to me." It's done.
Joe Biden can't even stand and talk to us for a couple of minutes.
Auto pen, man, this shit crazy, bro. Hey, they're done.
The 2024 presidential campaign was even more of a mess for Democrats than we even saw. According to several new books about the last few months of the election, they're writing books about it now. In one book, Biden advisor Ron Klain claimed there was a lot of concern that Biden couldn't keep up with the debate prep and he would fall asleep by the pool.
Me too.
Me too. Another book claims President Obama didn't want VP Harris to take Biden's place. His choice was Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Now, these are books that people are writing, so we have to take a lot of this, I think, with a bit of a grain of salt. I mean, if any of this is true, what can Democrats do about it now? I mean, it seems to me this ship has sailed.
One thing. If this was not...
I love how the narrative changes, champions, how the pendulum swings. It swings one way for a while, but it always swings back. The View and the media companies were all backing Kamala Harris, backing Joe Biden up until that debate attempt with Trump. Up until then, they were saying, oh my God, Joe is perfectly fine to run again for president. Oh, Kamala Harris is the best choice to take over Biden. Only come to find out now that majority of the political class of the Democrats said that she was not the best choice to make. Isn't that ironic? Even though we all knew that ahead of time. At least the American voters, most of them knew that ahead of time. Gretchen Whitmer is governor of my state. I'm sure she would have done a way better job. At least in the debates and the campaigning. Even well before even being chosen as the debater in the election. Opportunity missed, I guess, from Obama.
Not true. Why did Kamala Harris pushed in front of us? She replaced Biden pretty much. Yes. In front of us. Awful. It took one day of this man speaking. Trump on the stage with him. I don't even know what this man even saying.
But now
he's gone.
Now stuff
Kamala.
that we know that could be more than possible.
It's getting released.
We've seen it. And now it needs to be taken with a grain of salt.
Oh God!
But then when we talk about Project 2025 and all that different stuff that they put on Republicans, that's all true. All of a sudden, we ain't gonna take that
with a grain of salt. Oh, they're Nazis. Don't take that with a grain of salt. Man, I can't do it with these people, bro.
Now, these are.
How many of you champions have seen? I'm sure you've all seen it, but you see all of it because you're in America. That hands-off protest. Millions of people marching the streets. Like, say what you want about Elon Musk and all that stuff. I honestly feel like at this point he should step aside. Or quit hesitating and actually release all the corrupted stuff they supposedly found within that Doge department. Show every American people, specifically the Democrat voters, exactly how much corruption the Democratic Party is to blame for.
Books that people are writing, so we have to take a lot of this, I think, with a bit of a grain of salt. I mean, if any of this is true, what can Democrats do about it now? I mean, it seems to me this ship has sailed. What's the point?
I'd rather read a book about what Trump did to us when he was president and what he's doing to us now.
Yeah.
I'm much more interested in that. I'm not interested in looking back.
And
I mean, we're in a
believe,
constitutional
do we
crisis
really
right now.
believe that Trump is not falling asleep in the chair at Mar-a-Lago?
I
actually wish he did fall
There were
asleep.
more books about Trump than I feel like anyone ever needed to read.
You wrote one.
I did.
You did.
We're in a moment
Oh,
where
wow.
a lot of people are scared. They're nervous. They're worried that we're seeing America fundamentally changed. And a reason for that, not just a little asterisk, is that...
Oh, me too, Logan Dog. Yeah, I don't like it. Oh, God.
Joe Biden did not win, did not step aside in time to allow someone else to win.
Right.
And I do think it is a story that warrants some reflection, because even beyond the electoral consequences of Trump winning and what we're going to experience the next 4 years, I think there is also what I'm struck by, and I think highly of Biden. People always think I'm like so critical just because I think he needed to step aside and give someone else a chance. He does start to come off, the more we're learning, like, I alone can fix it. It almost comes off Trumpian.
And it was late also.
Well, but he should have done it sooner.
Right,
If he had after the debate, that would have given someone enough runway to actually run a winning campaign.
I would say the learning lesson here is listen to the voters, because one thing that really pissed me off as an independent, and I was one of the people that sat here and said, after seeing President Biden, I voted for Biden. I really like Biden. I actually have been happy with him, and I would have voted for him if he continued to run. But I did look at him and think, I think maybe you do need to step aside. And now the rumors that we're hearing starting to make sense. And what happened is everyone said, you're disloyal if you say that. Shut up and fall in line. And that's why people wanted.
If Trump is successful with these America First policies when it comes to businesses coming back to America and industry improving and jobs improving, wages improving, everything, and the cost of living and groceries are going down, like he said they are, well, then all credit to him. But I don't know. You can promise the world only to end with, like, mediocre change.
Be independents these days, because partisan politics, they lie. It was the Democratic Party that made that choice that said, you're betraying him if you call it like you see it. And the point here is he wasn't necessarily fit to run for
I'm not
another
black.
4 years.
They was not saying
Look,
this.
I know Ron
when he was
Klein.
falling
I
off the
was
bike.
texting with him yesterday. He's one of the longest advisors and very, very close to Biden. So this is probably very painful to them both.
So why say it?
Usually,
Write it. It's
because
kinda
they, you
mean.
know what? Because
He's
folks
saying
get
if the
caught
framing
up
is wrong.
talking about postmortems of campaigns
just
and
wanna
talking
sell
to
books.
reporters who are their friends. And usually, I like these books. Usually, I like the campaign gossip
Stop.
of primary colors after
Stop that
Clinton
shit.
or after.
Grocery prices still needs a lot of lowering yet. Oh, I'm sure they do. There's absolute squabbling when it comes to the trading between world nations and these tariffs. So like, oh my god, I'm going to tariff you, but I'm going to tariff you back, and then only for at the last second things to change, and then they go back to the negotiating table, which they should have done at day one instead of this. Oh my god, I just love tariffs. I have the best tariffs in the world. Nobody has better tariffs than me. China, Canada, my country, Australia. They got a lot of problems trying to tariff America based on the trading of aluminum steel. And that Keir Starmer dumbass of Britain's Prime Minister currently, which I can't wait for him to leave. And I can't wait for Pierre Poilievre, the opposition leader of Canada, to become Prime Minister of Canada and make things for the better. Negotiations are underway, I'm sure. I hope so. I'm sure they are. One thing that'll be interesting coming up in Trump's term is, will he have another visit with the North Korean leader, Kim Jong-un? That'd be interesting to see.
After Obama or game change after McCain, but these are not normal times, so I'm just not interested in palace gossip from a year and a half ago, because I'm more interested about the
but we
children
can
who
bring
are
up
losing
stuff that
food
Trump
because
did.
this government.
Are Canada and Mexico is exempt from tariffs now? I wonder why. Maybe because they didn't want to be charged billions of dollars for their trading with America. So yeah, they came to the table, as they should have. Instead of that bloody, what was that Prime Minister of Canada's name? Trudeau. Yeah, that. They got a new leader currently that I forget his name, but who's an underling of Trudeau. So as soon as they leave office and Poilievre or someone on the other side of their politics takes over, I'm sure things will be for the better.
Many years ago.
Of the program and the federal workers
And they're clapping.
and I'm interested about the deportation people who have no due process, and I'm interested in the fact that we are at war with trade war with the rest of the world and threatening allies like Panama and and Greenland.
Some of us warned that all of this specifically was coming. There were people beating the drum, explaining explicitly what a second Trump term would be.
Shut up.
You're saying it, but the Democrats could not put up something formidable enough to beat it.
Y'all was supporting him the whole way.
You can despise Trump and everything the Republicans stand for.
Yeah, the Democrats did the absolute disservice to their voters by just doing that entire fear tactic smear campaign of, oh my god, Trump is the next Hitler and he's going to destroy the country. And like, oh my god, it's going to be a civil war. Like, all throughout the campaign to the point Trump won. Yet they keep saying, oh, we have no idea why we didn't win. Stupid.
And still be able to see straight about what happened here, and denying it and telling people you're not seeing what you're seeing.
Even though so many Canadian companies have effed over American companies already, unfortunately, even though the tariffs never actually went into effect. Well, the main thing of tariffs, what I've learned, is that it's a good way to keep businesses in America so they don't get tariffed. So Trump, with his tariffs, and bringing back all the big name industries back into America, which is creating jobs, creating hopefully better trade deals. Politics is a vast wasteland of empty promises and Game of Thrones-like tactics.
Is never going to win voters.
I bet you every single person
Y'all were doing that.
voted for Kamala Harris wishes that Kamala Harris won right now.
No
I
shit.
I bet you that.
No shit.
I bet you that. And I bet you there are a lot of people that voted for Trump that wish that Kamala
and
Harris
a lot of
was in the
people
White
who
House.
didn't vote who are probably regretting it now. And like I always said, I would prefer Joe Biden in a coma over Trump, and I maintain that.
We'll be right back.
That's so funny.
Look, like America has to, not simply because to take over Greenland or Iceland or wherever, Greenland, Panama Canal, and Canada, becoming the 51st state. That's not going to happen. But you damn sure want America and the Western nations to be in control, or at least be partnered in those regions to keep China at bay. Despite China's goodwill to people around the world, trying to rebuild their nations and stuff, at the same time, they're trying to take as much control of the land, farmland, and military points around the world. Alright, we'll finish off the stream with one fun, awesome thing to check out. What are we going to check out? For the what? All deaf comedy. White people go to a black barbecue for the first time. That'd be a funny thing to see. China and Russia want to take over the world, yeah. It's going to be interesting when Putin dies. Who's going to take over from him? Oh, this would be good. Warhead Challenge of the Sausage Party podcast. A little snippet from the recent podcast of ATV and his friends. Let's check it out. We'll end the stream with this.
And hey, I love sour candy, but this is a bit much.
Now you're pinned.
And I have to thank you once again, ATV, for adding the cartoons I made of him and his friends. D-Crack's one of the glasses and sunglasses, and ATV's next to him here. MF Gaming with his gun on the end. Any other friends of his I don't know. Appreciate you kindly for that, Austin.
Oh boy. Okay.
Alright, here we go.
What are you gonna do? Give me like a countdown or something.
Okay.
3, 3, 2, 1.
His mouth's about to fall off. Now, I've tried those warheads as a kid. They're sour as fuck. Now, one, bad enough. He ate a whole handful of them in once.
Oh my god, it hurt!
I was gonna...
Like, subscribe, check out Sausage Party.
Too bad. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, there's so much meat.
Oh my God.
Cheers to Austin and his friends.
Hey, this was no one else's idea but your own, so.
Oh my god, Austin.
Yeah, we didn't make him do this. This was his idea.
Yeah, this was his idea.
This is entirely his fault.
Not. No one brought it up but himself.
Is that true, Logging Dog? You eat too many cause your tongue to bleed? Don't eat too many, champions. Or anybody watching, don't ever do that. Don't even do it as a trend on TikTok. I've seen enough dumb shit challenges on TikTok where people have hurt themselves. Any of you champions remember a while ago now, the fire challenge? The craziest thing I saw about that is a lot of them were black kids. Now I assume that black Americans tend to know better when it comes to dumb shit that's dangerous. They don't do it. I guess for the next generation of these kids, they did it. They I don't know if they put like it's neighbours, never mind. Yeah, they douse themselves. They're either near a shower or a pool or something near a water source, and they cover themselves in this flammable shit, light themselves on fire, and then put themselves out. Well, some of them were not good.
Oh, dude. I think those characters in one of those silent movies where they do those facial expressions.
Oh my god.
Hey, if we get in our life, he can add another one to his mouth.
Oh boy. Oh me, oh my.
The sour is gone. Oh my god, I'm crying.
Oh my gosh.
When you showed yourself drooling, I lost it.
Well, Wolfgang, I hope that was worth it.
Why'd you chew him?
Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Yeah, shove a warhead up your ass, yelling you lost.
My tongue is like numb. Oh my god, I was not expecting that at all.
What's up, bloody poop? Sorry, Austin just ate about 15 warheads.
Bloody
so
poop. Okay.
His mouth is feeling a little, let's say, pain.
Dude, that was so bad.
You got more of those, right?
Oh yeah, eat some more. Sure, it'll be fine. Obama loses his mind over Trump's comeback. Of course he is, because he's an idiot. It's up to all of us to stop him. Shut up, bitch. Like Obama even gives a shit. He's getting paid to say this shit. But whatever. Whatever. Ew, that name. Okay, champions, I'm going to end it here. Over the 3-hour mark. Look forward to more 3-hour streams. I think 3 hours is a good enough time period to check out and react to all different kinds of things, whether it's random stuff or your champions content. Appreciate you, Dark Wizard and Metal Ryan Cluster. All the funny content and the reactions you sent me. Or for me to look up. I'll see all you champions again tomorrow for another champion hangout, and I'll browse to see what the latest Steam games I will play next.